Hey guy, how you doing? I wanted to talk to you about something. Don't know if you notice. I don't know. Let me just maybe close the windows because now I start to go a little. I start to move. I'm on my way home. I went to go and do something, and don't know if you noticed, but here I am actually sitting in M5 competition. You can see on the seat. And if I turn around the camera, it's a little rather stupid. You can see I'm sitting in a €120,000 car, which I bought in cash a while back. And the reason I want to talk to you is because maybe you want to buy the same, and you want to have the same. This is not my first car of this type. It's actually second. The car before this one, it's Audi S6. It's quite older car actually. It's 2015. It's a C7 series and it's the facelift. And aside from that car, I have one more car, which is Audi A4, and my wife is driving that one. And yeah, so I'm not like crazy successful, but I am above average, because average people are not driving this car, because this car, it probably costs maybe like 1,500, 2,000 euros per month just to to keep it going, to put the petrol, because you floor this car 2 times and your tank is finished, it's gone. So, and it's normally using the most expensive petrol. It's the 100 premium, and actually it's kind of funny now that I start to talk about this petrol thing, because I watched a video on TikTok where a guy actually went to a gas station in Lamborghini Aventador SVJ. That's probably my next car, but right now my next car is my next dream or goal car. It's Bugatti Chiron. It's about €5 million car. It's quite a jump from €120,000 car. But yeah, so I've seen this guy one time. He went to a petrol station and he said like, okay, let's make a video to see how much money does it cost to fill up the tank for an Aventador. And he filled up the tank, and it was about $120, something like that, because I think he's in the States, whatever. And he looked at the dashboard, and when you fill up the tank, it actually, the board computer calculates how much can you drive. Like it's kind of the estimate, like how much can you drive with full tank, like I don't know, 300 miles or whatever, like 400 miles. And the guy said he looked at this estimate, it's in like miles, and he said like, okay, so for 120 kilometers, for $120, we can drive like 300 miles. And that's really funny, because it's a bunch of crap, because it's not true. Because if you really drive this car like normally, you know, this, you're at best you can go like 200 kilometers, or like, because you know you have a 600 horses under your foot, and you're gonna drive this car a speed limit? Like, I'm pretty sure not. So my assumption is that the guy has rented the car, and when he made a conclusion that you can actually drive Lamborghini Aventador for $120, like for a full tank you can go 300 kilometers. Well, that can actually happen only in the case that you go like 70 kilometers per hour, like 80 kilometers per hour, because that's like V12 or whatever, V10. That engine like takes a lot of petrol. Like, I mean, I've never been in Aventador or anything, but I've driven S6, and now I'm driving BMW M5 Competition, and it's definitely not true, because I literally, you know, I never allow it to go below half, and because it's less painful when you're like, when you go on a petrol station and when you put the petrol. So maybe even every other day. Well, thankfully I don't really go to work by car, but every other day I go to a station and I fill up half of the tank. So that cost, even here, like, I don't know, I think in Europe is even more expensive. Like, to fill up the tank here, it's gonna cost me like maybe like 150 euro, 160 euro. Don't know about the Aventador, but I know about the M5 Competition because I have it and you don't. But if you're watching this video, and I've been talking for 7 minutes right now, and maybe if you're listening to me, maybe you're gonna have it if you want it. But it doesn't have to be M5 Competition. It can be whatever your dream car is. It's kind of funny because my dream car after S6 was RS7, and I've been postulating this car for a while and working on like getting this car, and I actually got into a fight with my brother, and his dream was to buy a BMW M5 Competition Sport, and we got into a fight, and I bought him some things. You know, I wanted him to get into the business with me, and he was not, I don't know, maybe he was not ready or whatever, and he told me like to take my things, you know, which I gave him so he can use, like some monitors and some computers, and I'm like, and I got upset and I broke it. And he started breaking it too, and that was kind of, we got into a fight and we haven't spoken, and I went back home and I was getting ready to buy RS7, and I went to the ads, and I started looking at this M5, you know, and I saw actually it's much cheaper than RS7, about 30,000 euro cheaper, and you can get it for like, with like 6,000-7,000 kilometers driven, so it's not new, it's like almost new. And RS7 that I saw was like, had, I don't know, 60,000-70,000 kilometers, and it was about 30,000 euro more expensive. And I made a decision. I want to punish my brother because the M5 was his dream, so I ate his dream. So in a sense I buy this car from passion, but I love it. It's fun car. Yeah, it's very, very attractive in the eyes of others. Like, you know, when I went to a car wash one time, and the guy at the car wash, when he saw my car, he asked me to like wipe it down, like to dry my car after I washed it. And in traffic you get like lots of respect. and it's completely stock at the moment. I am planning to do some changes. I will definitely get a different exhaust system, so I'm looking at the Akrapovic. There is a Akrapovic for it's like a slip-on tail pipe, and maybe get a trunk spoiler and like a rear diffuser. For start, I'm also looking at the different wheels. I'm probably gonna get like this HF5 Boston 22 by 10.5 in front and 22 by 11 in the back. It's the roads are not very good here, so everybody's saying that I should stick with like 20s, but I don't know. It doesn't look as nice. It's not like the place for the tire is not filled. I had like S6 lowered, and it filled up the gap between tire and the body of a car, and it looks really nice, but it's not so comfortable for drive. And in a sense, I wanted to start this channel, and maybe there is some idiot out there like myself or you who is looking for some kind of answers, or some kind of he wants to build a future. He does not want to live like a regular life, and I definitely don't live a regular life. My life is above average with lots of space, and it all happened maybe in like a couple of years. It's funny how the things work, actually, because there was an interesting metaphor that I can accept, that it's about the tree, and I don't know, some American president said that, like, for tree it takes like years to build the roots underneath, and once it breaks out from the ground, then the fully developed tree is done in like several weeks. And it's kind of the truth, because I've been like struggling and like living the life and like fighting for like many years before I actually started seeing some results. And finally, in the last 2 years, everything actually happened. I think pretty much since I bought a house. At the same time, when I bought a house, I founded my company, and don't know what was about that, but the house kind of gave me like the foundation and space to operate. Jesus, this dude, some people are like just fucking retarded. Don't know if I should say these words, like cursing and stuff, but sometimes there's no better way to express yourself but with like a curse word. Anyways, what I was saying, I don't know what is like, when would you get bored of listening to me or whatever, but I feel I have fucking something to say, because this is not a small accomplishment. I'm worth, when you put everything together, over €500,000. And most of my life, you know, like, I failed and I tried. Technically, I started this path of, like, since I was 24 years old. It's actually, it's now I'm 43, and it's been a while. So for many years I have struggled, and I failed, getting fired and whatnot. Very nice, throwing garbage from a car. And I actually found a key to everything, and this key just pulled me up. It's kind of like if you ever watched the movie where you're like have a divers, and when diver wants to go up, there is a rope, and there is a small parachute or like a balloon or whatever, and this balloon gets filled with air and pulls him up, and he doesn't stop until he gets to the surface. So in a sense, when I found this clue, I made a lot of fuck ups, and I made a lot of mistakes, and these mistakes kind of, they kept weighing me, and like, you know, it started like being worse and worse, and you know, I was feeling heavier and very heavy, and you know, you can't move from all these overts that you've done, and all this, you know, like shortcuts that you thought of taking. And but finally, when this thing happened to me, it was I don't know, it was like a miracle. So, and then having goals and all these things, it's fundamental. It's, without goals you cannot have anything. So I literally started from goals where I was making €500 per month, where now I'm making around 30 to 40,000 euro per month. And it's never ending fight. It's always fight. It's always, that's how I perceive everything. You have to fight for what you want, but in the way, these goals, they make you stronger and like better general, so to say. So yeah, so it's been a wild ride. I can definitely say that. But in the end, you realize that you cannot fail, and there's no such a thing as a failure. I don't even know why this word has been invented, because you don't ever fail. I mean, if you have a goal, you will never fail. You just work your goals and going towards your dreams and things that you want to have, and you are never going to fail. You will fall, but you will learn that when you get up, and that you're not going to be able to like go that way, then you're not going to go that way, but you're going to go on another way. So that's kind of how it works. You go, you fall, you get up, you fall, you get up, you fall, you get up, you find a way, and then find a better way. And in the whole process, you know, you're developing your skill of achieving your goals, and you're getting better at it, and it's getting easier and easier and easier, and it's what it is. Your life becomes fun, and you get to drive a car that goes 200 and you feel like it's going 100. And the best part, like when everybody is moving away because you are too goddamn fast. So thanks for watching until the end. This is the beginning of my vlog, as they call it, and I will keep doing this every time I have every time I have some time. I'll do it. I will show you, and maybe you will learn something. All right, take care, man. Bye.